Hello everybody, this is Iaroslav and Liliia and welcome to Priz Method YouTube channel. Priz Method is a methodology that transforms your dancing.
And today we're going to cover a hot subject of how to take hold in ballroom dancing international standard program. We've received a lot of requests from our members and our viewers on how to actually take hold, what we can do and what is a no-go. So we are excited to show you a few methods of how to take a hold.
And before we start, we would like to ask you to subscribe to our channel if you still haven't done it yet. And also we do have a membership option available where you can join us, and we are releasing new videos every week with in-depth analysis of all the technique and international standard. Thank you very much for that.
Alrighty, without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to show you 3 methods of how to take hold. We're going to go over a few details on what to pay attention to and what is a no.
Yeah. So the 3 ways that we can break it down into would be the way number 1, where the lady partner is coming to a gentleman partner. So it will look approximately like this. The second version would be where Liliia is joining me as well, but I will be opening my arms simultaneously as we are getting into the frame. And the third option that is also available for us, and it's very beneficial for a lot of people, would be where actually I am coming into position and Liliia will be already in her frame. So she is coming to me, we are doing it simultaneously, and then I am coming to her. This is basically the 3 breakdowns. So before we start, as we're starting with the first one, we have to remember that the main idea of getting into position and creating our silhouette, our posture and poise, the main idea would be to establish our 5 connection points. Connection points are the real reason why we are taking the position at first place. Through the connection points, we can transfer the information from one another.
Establish the connection.
Of course. And the information can be the speed, the direction of movement, the rise and fall, as well as many other things that we can lead and follow mutually, I would say, right?
First option.
So the first option, my first connection point would be my left hand, her right hand. Now the second connection point would be, as Liliia is coming in, we are touching with my right wrist under her left armpit, and then I am touching thighs to thighs. I am bending my elbow where my right hand is going under the shoulder blade, and the 5th one would be Liliia's left hand on my upper arm. So those would be the 5 connection points that we are establishing.
In this sequence.
In this sequence, yes. So it's going to be 1, she comes in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we got into the position.
Let's take a look at it from another angle.
Let's do it. So from here, of course, I offer my hand first. 1,
I take it.
2, 3, 4, 5. And in this way, we can start our movement, whatever the dance is. The second option.
The second option. Okay, this one is a little bit more challenging. Let's take it from this side. As Iaroslav has mentioned, we will be opening the arms to each other simultaneously. We could have him standing still or even take a step towards me as I'm going to come in. But the priority is still that I'm going to take a further forward movement to get into the couple. So we're going to open up those arms simultaneously, and I'm going to walk in where we find first the body connection and then simultaneously all the hands and arms connection. Okay, so you can see that this one is a way more fluid. Yes, in a way it is complex because we do have to establish all the connection points at the same time, but it is a very, very fluid, very full kind of action.
However, we still break down in our mind that there are 5 connection points. Just the sequence is slightly different, where the first connection point would be our thighs, and then 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th simultaneously would be our hands, upper arm, and the under the shoulder blade part. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's take it from another side. Yeah?
Let's do it.
Alrighty, invitation, opening the arms, body.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then from here, if we need to move, we're moving. And the third way. The third way would be when a gentleman partner is coming to the lady partner. And this is a great way that we found for many of our students of any level. It's really beneficial, especially couples who are struggling with connection. The different way of connecting, maybe a little bit less conventional, like more unconventional way when the man is going towards the lady to connect, really refreshes the whole system and makes you look at the connection slightly different, and it's very beneficial for couples who are struggling with the connection.
I think it's great for ladies because we would establish our own balance. It is a little bit more challenging for gentlemen as they now have to come in and maintain the distance between the feet, as opposed to the traditional way when the ladies are coming in. But it is great as well for the ladies' balance, I think.
And the rule of thumb is that person who takes the step towards the connection is more in control. So compared to the first version where Liliia was more in control of the space, here I will be more in control. And again, it can be beneficial at a certain point of your development. So in terms of the connection points, it would be very similar to the first one where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where the first one would be my left hand, her right hand, and then as I'm coming in, it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, and we get into this position. One more time. From here,
it's a very easy job for
me.
I
still offer my hand first, 1, and then going 2, 3, 4, 5. So then we got into this position, and I know Liliia wants to do it from the other side as well. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. An important tip here, but really for any type of connections, getting into positions that we're using would be the distance between the feet.
Very important.
This is something that a lot of people, unfortunately, struggle with. And we see different videos as well, different couples and dancers from different federations and organizations that unfortunately are neglecting this important rule. And then it creates a lot of stress and struggle, not only for the posture, but it can also affect your movement. So we are really looking forward to see this clarity from everybody. The distance between the feet is extremely important because that enables our poise, and we have more distance to cover with our poise in the lower body, and therefore we have bigger distance in the upper body. And I think that's something everybody wants to have competitively. So let's say we are still on the third version of getting into the position. So as I'm taking the step, you can see that there is a distance between our feet with Liliia here before, and the distance stays in as we're doing our poise. So our poise is there to really enhances our connection with our thighs. Without our poise, if we're doing something like that, of course, this is completely wrong. And we want to make sure, or like this, that's something else, yeah. We want to make sure that the distance is enough when we're doing our poise, we're connecting with our center. And honestly, from here, we can even dance without any stress with our arms, right? So if we are doing it from the side, and then I would like Liliia to come into the position.
Now,
we have a
going
distance
to be
between the feet,
yep.
And we are closing everything into the final position. If we stay there, the distance should be approximately 1 foot width between us, right? Now, it may vary depending on your
height and length of the legs,
height,
really?
length, width, these parameters, you name it, right? But naturally, if you need a bigger poise, bigger shape, you want to go further away from one another.
And try to fill out
this
that
is very
space.
challenging, but if we can fill out that space, I think it will be even bigger. Yeah. The problem starts when we set up like that, and we would like to cover that subject as well. Let me go in, but please don't scream, because it's not going to end up really well. So as Liliia is there, see how I'm going without distance between the feet. And now I'm basically on top of her. So immediately you guys can see that my pelvis is tilted, my butt is sticking out, famous butt sticking out. I am on top of her for this reason.
My lower back will kill me.
She is already unhappy, and of course, we are married, and the last thing I want to do is to upset
Happy
Liliia.
wife, happy life.
Yeah, so this creates a lot of problem. It's a very, very popular mistake, so we really hope
Do not go too close, guys.
You can fix it.
This is the tip number one. And I would say, on a positive note, treat your setup like a part of the dance. So my preference to see the couples walking on the dance floor and they already present themselves. So of course, as Iaroslav said, it is a posture department, but let's also use this opportunity to present ourselves, right? So let's use this as a presentational element as well. So if I were to take a hold with Iaroslav, I would already make it a part of the dance. Keep my arms moving gradually, open them up, already start poising, already start smiling as we connect to each other, and then seamlessly transition into a beautiful natural turn.
Whatever we're doing.
And that's about, right? So we already start incorporating our frame, our connection into the dance. So always make it a part of your presentation.
In Prism method, this subject is in a posture layer. The whole idea of Prism method is to bring an extreme clarity into the teaching process. And we acknowledge that in this process, there are at least two parties, students and the teacher, or student and the teacher. So everybody needs to communicate in the ways that everything is very clear and the instructions are clear. Once again, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe.
And hit the like onto this video.
Absolutely. And check out our membership program where we're going in depth with all the technique, and we have Q&As at the end of each month where we are discussing things live.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.